What's up, everybody? It's SkyTune, and welcome to the Skyrise, your early morning show where we talk all things gaming. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff, play some games, but mainly, I want to discuss everything, well, not everything, it was like an hour long, but a few things over the Nintendo Direct that we had a couple days ago. So there was this rumor going around right before the Direct called 777s, and what that was about was basically that there would be 3 games that their 7th entry would be shown throughout different points of the Nintendo Direct, and I can't believe it, but it was actually true. I have a promotional account, it's called Sky Promotions, you probably never heard of it before, it's on Instagram. Definitely go check it out if you haven't already, but I posted pretty much everything from the Nintendo Direct. And those 777 games were Final Fantasy, that was the first one. The second one was Dragon Quest, and then the third one was Resident Evil Biohazard. So, games that are already a thing, we already know about them, the majority of them are already out on different consoles, but that was the rumor, and the rumor ended up being true, 777s. I was kind of hoping that it would be something different, like maybe a 7th game of a big Nintendo IP, or something along those lines, but, you know, I'm happy about Resident Evil 7. The other two, honestly, I couldn't really care less, but, you know, that's hype that we get RE7 and RE8, if, you know, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but we're getting both of those games on the Switch too. Personally, I thought that this was the best, hands down, Nintendo Direct that I've ever seen. It's been a long time since we had a Direct this good. I think the Nintendo Switch 2 console Direct, where they like announced the Switch 2, obviously, I thought that that was a really, really good showcase. I think that I might have given it like an A. Maybe, I can't remember. It's been, what, that was April. But this one, it was really, really good until the end. The final announcement, I didn't think it was going to be Fire Emblem. I thought it was going to be something better. I'm so sorry to all the Fire Emblem fans out there, but that kind of killed it for me. That made me give the showcase a B instead of an A. But regardless, like, this was an hour-long Direct. This is the longest Nintendo Direct ever. Like, that's never happened before. And it didn't even go over a new console. So, strictly games, usually Nintendo Directs in the past have been like 45 minutes. So, it was very cool to see something that, like, packed with announcements. We're going to talk more about the Direct, but let's switch over and play some Poke Pools really quick. We got a Ho-Oh pack. Nobody commented last week, but that's okay. We're going to open this up, and if anybody wants to comment which pack we're opening next week, then you know where to do that. Okay, let's spin this and stop. Do we get anything good? It is a Noctowl, Sunflora, Munna, Jirigaraf, and Gligar. If you didn't know, this Nintendo Direct was actually live streamed on Mario's 40th anniversary in Japan. So of course they had to show a bunch of different Mario announcements, and probably the most hyped up one was the fact that the next Mario movie, the Mario movie 2, is going to be called the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We're going all the way to space, and I'm so freaking excited for that. We're definitely going to be seeing Rosalina. We're going to be seeing a lot of Lumas. Like, it's going to just, oh, I can't wait. The entire cast is pretty much coming back, and I wonder if Bowser's going to sing another love song, because that was really funny in the first movie. Let's see what else here. They announced Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 combined into one game bundle. Kind of like Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which if you bought that game and you're planning on buying this game, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're purchasing Super Mario Galaxy 1 twice. Wow, Nintendo really knows how to get our money, don't they? There's another game called Mario Tennis Fever, and it's exactly how it sounds. It's tennis, you can use different rackets that have different abilities, and there is an entire story mode, which looks really cool. I think there was a story mode in Tennis Aces, but I got that game and then barely played it. So I'm considering this game. Maybe I should play Tennis Aces first, but it looks good. I wasn't sold at first, but the story mode, the fact that there's motion controls that you can go like that with the Joy-Con as if you're swinging an actual racket, which again was probably in Tennis Aces. Like, I think it looks good. I think I'd give it a chance. And then Super Mario Bros. Wonder is getting the Kirby treatment, where they're giving a Switch 2 edition a DLC. So this one is called Meetup in Bella Bell Park, and from what they showed, it really just reminds me of Mario Party, but within the setting of Super Mario Wonder. It really seems like a lot of mini games and competing against your friends or working with your friends, so if you enjoy Mario Party and Mario Wonder, then I'm sure it'll be great. And then their last announcement for this Mario segment, I thought that they were going to show like the big 3D Mario game that everybody's been anticipating. What comes after Super Mario Odyssey? What's it going to be? Yoshi. It's called Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and it's a Yoshi game. I really, like, there's so many games as of late that are either getting next entries or ones that I haven't played that are coming and I need to play that before the sequel. I think you get the point. But there's so many games that, like, I need to get to that are either already on my backlog or have not been on my backlog yet, but I need to play them beforehand. It just, oh my god, it doesn't matter if it's Nintendo or PlayStation or what, it just keeps happening. And the majority of the games in this showcase are, like, exactly that. Does anybody else have that problem? Does anybody else know what I'm talking about? Because I barely know what I'm talking about. Whatever the last Yoshi game is, same as the Mario Tennis Aces, I just need to play it so then I can play the next game. Because I own it, so it's silly not to play it. Why did I buy it? I'm stupid. Don't be like me, please. Backlogs are real. I do want to talk about the very odd Pokemon announcement that they showed, but first, let's talk about what I've been playing on Twitch. I started playing the first Dying Light game because the Beast, the third one, is coming soon, and I've only played Dying Light 2 Stay Human, but what I was told is that the third game is going to be heavily related to the first, which is why now, you know, a week before the third game releases, I'm playing the first. An exact example of what I was just talking about earlier. The game pretty much has all the same controls, it's a different main character, but it's parkour and zombies, and that's kind of it. I'm running through the game with a friend right now because he has all the best weapons, and I'm not focused on side quest. I just want to beat the game as fast as I can to try to make it to the release of the third game on time. But overall, it's pretty fun. The story is good. I feel like I still prefer the second game, but maybe it's just because I'm rushing and not really taking my time. I'm not sure what it could be, but we're about halfway done and should be finishing that up in the next few days or so. Of course, I also have to tell you an update about Hollow Knight Silksong. I hate the game. It's so difficult. I thought that Elden Ring was difficult, but like this is difficult. Metroidvanias are clearly not for me, and the way that I figured that out is by jumping into the most difficult one first. I was doing really good last time. I was able to survive a battle and find this way to earn currency faster so that I could get all the items, and I thought that that would make me better in the game. And this fight that you're watching, I was able to do it on the first try. I thought my skills were going up, yada yada yada, all this positive stuff, and then at the very end of the stream, I fought this moth boss, and well, let's just say there's an update to make it easier next week, and I am gonna wait until that happens because I cannot do it, and I'm scared for the rest of the game because if that's supposed to be easy, then like, I don't want to fight the final boss. I don't want to go anywhere near the final boss. I'm so ready to go back to Elden Ring. Screw this game. I know a lot of people love Hollow Knight and they were actively anticipating Silksong, but oh my difficulty. I did not see this coming. I should have done my research first. Stay tuned for more of what I'm playing next week, and if you want to come hang out on Twitch, click the link down below. We got a few trailers for Pokemon, but one in particular I want to go over. It's called Pokemon Pokopia, and it is the strangest thing that I think I've ever seen. Since Mario becoming an elephant in Super Mario Wonder, because that was pretty weird too. But what they showed is a Ditto, and this Ditto, I cannot believe I'm saying this and or having had witnessed this, it turned into a little girl. Like, did the Mario Wonder team and the Pokemon Company get together and like get drunk or high or something? Like, what is that? Ditto is not supposed to be a human, and I know that it can copy anything, but Pokemon are Pokemon. Humans are humans. What is going on? That's not supposed to be the same thing. But basically, this is the Pokemon Company's way of giving us a farming game, kind of like Animal Crossing, which is ironic because everybody thought that we were going to get a new Animal Crossing reveal in this Nintendo Direct, and now it's looking like the February one is going to be a higher chance for that. I love how they're giving us all these similar games to Animal Crossing. There's Pokemon Pokopia, there's Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, but they're not giving us the farming game that Nintendo fans love. Is this game going to be weird? Yes. Is it going to get memed? It probably already has. Am I going to buy it? Yes. I don't know what to expect. It's terraforming, it's growing crops, it's no different than Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing or whatever you can possibly think of, but it's Pokemon. Now going to something completely different, we're getting Resident Evil 7, 8, which I said earlier, and 9, all on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I could not be happier. Like, I never thought I'd see the day where not the cloud version, because I know that we had that already, but like the legit game that actually runs, and like that's gonna be on the Switch too. And they're all three coming the same day, the release of Resident Evil 9 on February 27th of next year. And like, I can't even believe it. That is so hype. I've been a sucker for horror games ever since I tried Resident Evil Village, and like, I'll buy it again. I'm gonna buy it again. It seems silly to buy it twice, but like, I could play a horror game safely in bed, where the monsters can't get me, I hope, instead of playing it right here on Twitch in front of everybody in a dark basement, even though there's a really blinding light on my face. But you know, it's, there's a difference with that. I remember the days where I like was terrified of horror games, and I used to watch friends stream games like that under the covers in my bed where I was safe. And nowadays I'm over here like a total pro, you know, playing them on Twitch. But regardless, like the very rare times that I'm not streaming, which if I'm on a video game, I'd say 99% of the time I'm live. So that 1%, it will be nice to like play a game, whether it's a horror game or not, in a different environment rather than just this room. We have to talk about some of the physical items as well, like Amiibo and other stuff, but let's play Character Conundrum. Nobody got the character last week, but it was Daruk. If you want to try to guess the character this week, then comment down below, because the first 3 that guess correctly will get a shout out during the next episode of the Skyrise. For this week, here's your hints. This character's real name is Ian. I did not just give it away. You need to actually guess, like, who it is. They could go by Ian. I promise that didn't give it away. The only word that they can say is "eh," and they're in a band. Who could this be? Let me know down below and find out next week. Okay, so we got a ton of Amiibo, like 7 of them. How many were there during the launch of the Switch 2? Because I remember there was a lot that I unboxed, but I can't remember the amount. It might have also been 7. I know that there was quite a few. Oh yeah, there were 7. It was 3 Street Fighter ones and 4 Zelda ones. So Nintendo seems to like just announcing 7 Amiibo at once. That was one of the rare times that 7 Amiibo got released on the same day. These are all different release dates, but we're getting a lot of Amiibo. And not only that, they have gone way up in price. I remember the days when Amiibo were like around $13. Now it ranges from $30 to $50. You heard that right. First they announced the Mario Galaxy ones, which were Mario and Luma and Rosalina and Luma. And also, these Amiibo are considerably bigger than standard Amiibo, so maybe that's also the reason for the price jump. Maybe they're more detailed. It could really be anything. It could just be inflation. But regardless, these Amiibo look beautiful. I cannot wait to get my hands on them. And then they announced Kirby Air Riders Amiibo with Kirby and Waddle Dee. But the coolest part about these specific ones is that they can swap. And what that means is that you can disconnect the two and switch which ship or whatever it's called. I'm like very unfamiliar with Kirby Air Riders, but you can switch them onto the other vehicle and be able to basically have that be registered in the game while you play. It's very, very, very similar, if not exact, to these. These are Skylanders Swap Force characters, and what you could do, here's Washbuckler and here's Blast Zone. You could remove the tops, switch the bottoms, and bada bing bada boom, you got Wash Zone and Blast Buckler. So this technology has been around for a very, very long time, but now it's being implemented into Amiibo. And actually, now that I think about it, I believe that the Monster Hunter ones that were Japan exclusive, you could swap the riders on the different mounts. But the Kirby ones actually have a functionality in the game which is a little bit different, because I'm not sure about the Monster Hunter ones. In 2013, a Skylander like these guys that could swap were $16. And it's pretty crazy that we've gotten to the point where the Kirby ones are $50 each. You slap Nintendo on something and people immediately want to buy it. Myself included. And then you still think that's not enough Amiibo. We got 3 Metroid ones, and one of them is Samus. The other one is Samus on a motorcycle, which looks like a really gigantic Amiibo. And the third one is the boss of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, or at least the one that's been shown the most. Regardless, they're definitely not stopping Amiibo anytime soon. Because I remember a time, I think it was right before the Splatoon 3 Amiibo released, like the final Splatoon 3 Amiibo, around the Grand Festival of Splatoon 3, right before they made those Amiibo. I'm pretty sure everybody thought that it was just the end of Amiibo, because they released the Sora one, and people thought, hey, that's the last Smash Bros. DLC character that they needed to make a figure of, so it's probably done now, right? Well, clearly not. And then 2 more items that they announced. The first one was Rosalina's storybook, which is, like, iconic. It's read during Super Mario Galaxy, and oh my gosh, the fact that they're actually turning that into a real-life book, it's up at Barnes & Noble right now if you want to pre-order it, or on the Nintendo website, but I don't know if that one's up yet. The fact that they're making that into an actual real-life storybook is amazing. I'm gonna read it to my dog. And probably the best thing that Nintendo has ever come up with, the talking flower from Super Mario Bros. Wonder, is going to be in real life. I cannot wait. That thing is going to be sitting right on my desk and annoying the heck out of me, and it's going to be amazing. whenever that launches, whenever both of the, really, whenever everything that I've talked about plus more in this video launches, I will be making videos about them. Don't you worry. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't seen my reaction video yet, definitely go check it out. There's a lot more in that video that I didn't even talk about during this one. And I got a good like 30 minutes or so of the entire Nintendo Direct, so half of the announcements I was hyped for. There aren't any questions from our Patreon community this week, so let's move on to shoutouts. Of course, we are starting it strong with the Solar Superstars. Shout out to Hi I Am Alive, Poyo, and Cosmic Moonwolf. Of course, we can't forget about our elevated hero, Matthew 2EK. Seriously, I appreciate it so much, everybody who has supported on Patreon. There's going to be a lot of big videos coming soon, and if you want early access to them, then be sure to click the link down below, get into the top secret Discord channel, and a whole lot more. I would really appreciate it. But thank you so much for watching episode 34 of the Skyrise. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with some friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.